I'm going to show you how to make a personalized note card with scrapbook paper and Modge Podge. What you're going to need first of all is either a note card that you want to repurpose. I'm going to be using this thank you card. I had these when we got married and I wrote thank you notes, so they're about over 6 years old, and I kind of want to repurpose them because they're kind of plain and they look sort of wedding-ish, so I want to turn it into something fun so they don't go to waste. So if you don't have a card that you can repurpose, you can use some stock paper and cut it to whatever size you want. But I'm going to be using this. You'll also need some fun scrapbooking paper. You'll need some Modge Podge. This is just a matte finish, but you can use whatever kind you like. You'll also need a paintbrush to use with the Modge Podge. I just have a foam brush here, a pen, some scissors, and some heavy books, and you'll also need something to protect your surface. I like to use wax paper. Alright, let's get started. Alright, I cut it a little bit bigger just to give me some room to work with because I'm going to go through and I'm going to trim it later. Alright, so you're going to want to take your Modge Podge and you're going to generously paint on your note card. Just go right up to the edge. Just paint it all on there. Okay, and when you're done, you're going to go ahead and line it up to the top edge here and make sure your cut edges are all lined up. And you'll trim it later. All right, now that you have that on there, you're going to smooth it out. And you're going to place it underneath the heavy books. And you want to let it dry completely before you move on to the next step. Alright, this is now completely dry, and the reason why you want to put heavy books on top is it kind of helps it from getting all wrinkled. Now it is a little bit wrinkled, but it's not too bad. So next what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to trim right up to the edge here and just trim it around the note card. Alright, so there you can see I have that up. Alright, now if you'd like, you can just leave it like this, or you can do what I'm going to do, and that is put some words on the front. So I just have this paper here and I printed out some wording, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Alright, now that I have that cut out, I'm just going to center that on there and put it just like that. Okay, so you're going to need your Modge Podge again. And now you could just leave it like this and it would have the paper on the front, but I like to paint it with the Modge Podge over the top. Just kind of, it gives it a nice finish, and I like the look of that, but you don't have to do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that, and you're just going to paint over the top. Now you're not going to do it a ton on there because you don't want it to get all wrinkled, but you want to do a generous amount. And it's just like glue, it'll dry clear even though it's white. Okay, now I have that on there. I'm just going to center this over that and push it down. And then I'm just going to do a light coat gently over the top of it. And then you're going to want to let this dry completely. Okay, this is completely dry now, and as you can see, it kind of isn't flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the heavy books on top of it again, but I'm going to just put this paper on top of it to protect it from sticking to the books. And I'm just going to let that sit on there. Here is the finished product. So it's a pretty simple, cute note card to make, and I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and give these a try.